Hey, today I'm going to show you 4 Toolbox rock and roll bass lines from easy to hard and give you a completely free PDF. See you inside the video. Hey guys, James here from eBass Guitar and welcome to another episode of our Toolbox bass lines. Today is part of a 2-part series where we're going to cover rock and roll, then boogie woogie. And the great thing is the lines on each of the videos you're going to see are completely interchangeable. There's just one major difference, is the feel on the rock and roll is typically straight and the feel on boogie woogie is swung. So let's crack on with it and I'll take you through the bass lines. Just before we get going, make sure you grab that free PDF that comes with the lesson so you can see everything we're covering today written out in standard notation and tab. There's a link in the description below where you can grab your free copy. So rock and roll bass lines are one of the very best ways to build up your speed and your dexterity and your stamina. So today on bassline number 1, we're going to start super simple. I'm going to teach you the riff first of all, and then we're going to put it across an 8-bar chord sequence. Before we start, we're going to be working at 150 beats per minute. If this is too fast for you, slow it down, build it up. If you get to that 150 beats per minute, make sure you then speed it up. So here's riff number 1 of 4. So this riff is a simple 1-bar riff, which sounds like this. And this is all based upon the G major pentatonic starting on the 2nd finger. And what we're doing here is we're playing G, the root, B the 3rd, D the 5th, and then we're doing each of those as quarter notes, and then 2/8 notes on the last beat of the bar where we're going to go E, D, 6, 5. So we end up with a riff that sounds like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put it through an 8-bar chord sequence. So we're going to play 2 bars of G. Then we're going to put it into C. Then we're going to go to 2 bars of D. Then back to 2 bars of G at the end. So 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 bars of D, and then 2 bars of G. This is what it sounds like with the backing track at 150 beats per minute. So let's move on to riff number 2. This is 2 bars long. I'm going to play it, then I'm going to take it apart for you. Sounds like this. So what we're doing here is we are extending this into 2 bars. We're adding some more 8th notes to it, so it has more forward propulsion, and we're adding one very, very sexy note, which is the flattened 7th, which is the F. So let me take it through note by note. We start off with 2 Gs, which are 8th notes. Then we play the B, and then the D, and then we go E, D. So it's exactly the same as riff number 1, but with 2 8th notes on beat 1. Then we hit the flattened 7th on our 2nd finger, which is the F. 2 of those, 2 8th notes, and then the E, D, like that, each of those quarter notes. So, and then to finish it off, we are going to go B, the 3rd, to D, the 5th. So the last bar sounds like this. Then to put it together, so Now, this is 2 bars long, and each of the chord changes are 2 bars in our backing track. So 2 bars of G, then we put it into 2 bars of C, and all we need to do is superimpose this riff effectively down 1 string, so it starts on the C like this. And then the same thing to get it into D. So what I'm doing is I'm starting on the D at the 5th fret on the 2nd finger, and then back to G like so. This is what it sounds like with the backing track. So for each of these riffs, aim to be able to play them for at least 1 minute consistently at whatever tempo you choose. Ideally, be able to wind it up to at least 3 to 4 minutes if you can. So guys, we are halfway through the video now, and I've got a very quick favor to ask. If you're not already subscribed to the eBass Guitar YouTube channel and you're liking what we're doing in this video, please hit that red subscribe button. What this means for you is you'll be the first to know when a new lesson goes live. And right now we are releasing 2 videos a week on the eBass Guitar YouTube channel. So please hit that red subscribe button right now. So let's move on to riff number 3. We're going to up the gas because we're going to fill up all the 8th notes in the bar. We're going to add some chromatic notes, and we're also going to bounce off the E string. Let me play the riff. It sounds like this. Now this riff is only 1 bar long, but start it slowly because it's quite technically challenging. Let's take it apart. So we're going to start off with 2 Gs, then we're going to go to the B on our 1st finger, and then back to the G, like that, between our 2nd and 1st finger. Then we are going to go to the C, but I want you to still hold down the C with your 2nd finger like that, and then go back to the G with your 2nd finger too. So you're just rocking back and forth like that. Then to finish it off on the last 2 8th notes of the bar, we're going to play a C sharp and a D with our 4th finger like that, our 3rd and 4th finger respectively. So let's just do it slowly. Then we can put that across all of the rest of the chords in there. So we're going to play 2 bars of G, 2 bars of C, starting on the 2nd finger at the 3rd fret. Then we shift the shape up to the D, like so, then back to the G. This is what it sounds like with the backing track at 150 beats per minute. going to take riff number 3 and take it to another level by making it a 2-bar riff, which sounds like this. So what we're doing in there is we're adding some scale notes and we're adding a cheeky chromatic with a slide as well. So let me take that apart for you. So it's 2 bars. First bar you already know. Simple, straightforward. Then we need to add this run in on the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to rest for the first 8th note of the bar. Then we're going to start on the G octave and play this. So we're just going to go G, F, E, D, so, and then go down to the C, like so. So straight down a dominant scale. And then we're going to add the B flat to the B natural at the end. And I want you to slide that B natural. So we're going to go 1. Do it again. Has that really lovely bluesy edge to it. So when you put it together with the first bar, it sounds like this. And again. Then we can put it into C. And then into D. And back to G. Now here's what it sounds like with the backing track up to tempo at 150 beats per minute. Guys, that's the end of today's lesson. As I said earlier, if you find that these bass lines too fast, slow them right down. Start off as slow as 80 beats per minute or so, and then speed it up. So look out for the next lesson where we're going to go into boogie woogie bass lines, because what we're teaching in that lesson will work brilliantly over this lesson and vice versa. Also, if you need help with your bass guitar playing and you want to start from the ground upwards and learn everything you need to do to be a seasoned bass guitar player, make sure you head over to ebassguitar.com and check out the Bass Lab Plus. I'll put a link in the description below. Cheers, I've been James from ebassguitar.com. I'll catch you next week.